My God, that is barbed wire. That is.
Then now forever. Together.
My God, that is barbed wire. That is.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Receipt. As you can see, I'm by myself today. MD, he couldn't make it. I'm kind of glad that goofball couldn't make it. He was embarrassing us at the Bad Blood Countdown show. Speaking of Bad Blood, there's a lot to talk about. We're going to go ahead and get straight to it and recap what exactly went down in the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. Let's first go ahead and start off with the Hell in a Cell match that opened the show between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes.
My God, that is barbed wire. That is barbed wire. Oh dear God. No. Oh my God. He's
I'm trying to figure out where did Cody Rhodes find him 4x4 with barbed wire from? Who put that under the ring? How did we allow that? And when I say we, I refer to the company. How did WXR
we have to
allow something so violent to occur?
The color
But that's
tone.
not
Oh my
all.
gosh.
Randy Orton
For the sake
viciously
of monetization,
assaulted Rhodes inside the cell. I'm
He
pretty
just
sure the chaos
battering him with that chair.
outside of
And
the cell
again
at
to the
one
back.
point. You know, the whole point of Hell in a Cell is to contain the chaos, but evidently not even Hell in a Cell could contain the rivalry that is Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton.
Winding Randy up all the way on the side. What is he thinking
It got
of?
to the point where
I don't know.
the screen
You could see the
had to
gash
go to
around
black and
Cody's
He's
white.
running
I don't think
at
that's
him. Oh my
everybody
God.
WXR. So shout out to our production team for making sure that we don't get demonetized. But of course, it was Cody Rhodes who hit not one, not two, not three, not four, nor five, but it took him 6 crossroads to get the job done and slaying the Viper, which is Randy Orton. So now everyone's wondering what exactly is next for Cody Rhodes. Honestly, I don't even know myself what's next for Cody Rhodes. What I do know is that Cody Rhodes is in the King of the Ring tournament. He has a big matchup coming up ahead for him. Speaking of King of the Ring, we might as well talk about Monday Night Raw right after we get done with Bad Blood. Our next contest in Bad Blood was between Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa. This, in fact, was a matchup for the King of the Ring, but it was Sami Zayn who ended up prevailing, which means he advances to the quarterfinals of the King of the Ring tournament. Now, I thought this was quite a fast-paced matchup. It was nothing too long. It was kind of short and sweet, in my opinion. Could they have gone a little bit longer? Yeah, I thought they could have gone a little bit longer. However, I do have a guest who has Sami Zayn this Friday on SmackDown in the King of the Ring quarterfinals matchup. I want to introduce you guys all to Mr. Lemon Pepper Stepper himself. Trick Williams is on the phone. Let's get him on here. Wherever he is,
Hey, y'all, it's Trick Williams, the anointed one. Trick Williams. Y'all can hear me, dog?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, yada yada. Hey, go to the jacuzzi, dog. Hold on. I got an interview. All right, what's going on?
Where are you at?
Look, man, I'm over here celebrating having a toast. I just be AJ Styles. Let's talk about it. I just be who they call one of the greatest of all time. Knock that boy out. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Last Friday on SmackDown, the night before Bad Blood, you took on AJ Styles and you defeated the Phenomenal One. But like I said earlier, you got Sami Zayn up next. Sami Zayn just defeated Solo Sikoa. What's the strategy going into that?
Man, look, dog. Sami Zayn look like a homeless little man. Let's talk about it. Look, Trick Williams don't gotta worry about somebody like Sami Zayn. We in two different metros. See, Sami Zayn ain't never gonna be in no title picture. Sami Zayn ain't never gonna be nothing because he always rode the back seat behind Kevin Owens. Let's talk about it. Man, I wish that boy would. I hit him with a Muhammad Ali jab, jab, uppercut, knock him down. Let's talk about it.
Well,
Man, look.
speaking of the King of the Ring, I do wonder, Trick. Say you do defeat Sami Zayn and you advance into the semifinals. Say, in fact, you win your semifinals matchup. I'm wondering, have you figured out what it would be like to become King Williams if you were to become the King of the Ring? Like, what's the game plan there? Have you thought ahead of wondering what being the King of the Ring would be like?
You know, this is what Trick Williams been thinking about all this time. See, Trick Williams, I've been thinking ahead, just so far ahead. I ain't even been looking behind at the competition I got along the way. Let's talk about it. See, look, all these months, Trick Williams, I've been waiting for these flowers. I've been waiting to get my opportunity, and Trick Williams gonna make sure he do what it takes to get at the top. So if I gotta knock the socks out of Sami Zayn, send him back to wearing some little go-kart wrestling tights, I'll do it myself, dog. If I gotta send him and make him cut his hair off and make him look like a hobo, like he already is, Trick Williams gonna do that. Let's talk about it. Matter of fact, I'll knock him out this Friday, go to the next, knock him out, whoever win the next one. Let's talk about it.
Well, Trick, I recall the first time you made your WXR debut for the main roster, and that was at Crown Jewel when you showed up on the kickoff panel. What's it been like being a WXR superstar? Not just being a WXR superstar, but how quick you have not only been over with the fans, but how much attention you've gotten on yourself. You are the cover of the ongoing WXR official game, WXR Prime Time. You just advanced to the quarterfinals in the King of the Ring. People are clamoring for you to one day be a world champion. Have you ever sat back and just wondered, like, I made it. I'm here. This is
Oh yeah.
WXR.
Yup, I thought about that so many times. See, look, when I first came in, I said I was gonna be one of the greatest here. I said I was gonna be the one to, move the bricks around her, dog. I said I was gonna do that. Trick Williams, I know I made some albums, platinum. Made it with Yachty, platinum. Got one of the only people, one of the only wrestlers to even have an album that was actually good. Let's talk about it. See, Trick Williams been so over with the fans, dog. I've been so over. I've been knocking people out. I knocked out Shinsuke, knocked out the Miz. I've been handling my biz. Let's talk about it. You know what it is. Trick Williams knock him out. Look, the thing with Trick Williams is, even though I might have this cockiness, I walk out with this fur coat, Gucci mink, and all whatnot. Trick Williams still got an opportunity. And I still got an opportunity to become the champion. I still got an opportunity to become the king. And when Trick Williams become the king, I'm gonna run this damn show. Let's talk about it. I already run SmackDown.
Speaking of running the show, something that has been brought up many times is the comparisons between yourself and Carmelo Hayes when it comes to the success that has been done in WXR. Now,
Yo, last legend, last legend. Hold on, last legend. Grab me my water real quick. Hold on one second. All right, repeat that again. Sorry, dog.
I said that many have been discussing the comparison that is between
Achoo,
yourself.
achoo, achoo, achoo. Oh, last. Yachty, where you at? Okay, say it again, say it again. All right. Who?
All right, dog. I said there is a comparison between yourself and Carmelo Hayes that's been clamoring around lately, discussing your success in WXR when it comes to accomplishments. Many have believed that Carmelo Hayes is set to have a higher trajectory than Trick Williams. He's already won the Crucible. He main evented SummerSlam. He's in the King of the Ring quarterfinals right now. We do know that his next opponent is Jacob Fatu. As for yourself, you're on the cover of Primetime. You weren't able to capture the Intercontinental Championship. However, you are also in the quarterfinals of King of the Ring.
Let's talk
What
about
do
it.
you have to say about those comparisons between yourself and Carmelo Hayes?
I think they clowns. You see, he can win the Crucible, he can win this, he can win all these little mini tournaments. Let's talk about it. But let's say something at the end of the day. Even though he won that crucible, he ain't go nowhere with it. See, look, Carmelo Hayes is the most overhyped dude of all time. You jumped the line in front of everybody. And tell me this makes sense. John Cena had already wiped him out. He ain't even proved himself for real. He ain't even proved himself. As a matter of fact, when he did go against him, he got knocked out. Let's talk about it. Laid out on his back, looking like a braidless scout bitch. And I'll knock him out too. Let's talk about it. Looking about as goofy as it get. That boy come in with that oversized jacket. It looked like it got printed on by Shein. You want to come over here talking about Trick Williams every other week, tweeting and stuff like a little girl, like I want punk kick his jaw in.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Well, Trick, I do wish you luck for your quarterfinal matchup against Sami Zayn this upcoming Friday on Friday Night SmackDown. I believe you guys are heading straight to Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Well, that's all I got for you. And like I said, just want to wish you luck. Do you have any final closing statements? Do you want to give the audience of the receipt?
Man, look, man, y'all must be living under a rock or something. Man, look, I'm just so sick of this, man. Look, I'm just so sick of these critics, these people talking about me and Melo on the same level. Look, if Melo really truly get through Jacob Fatu, which he won't, he gonna get moon salted on. He gonna deflate because he 5'7". And when Jacob Fatu air him out, I'm gonna be over to the final. I'm gonna have my king. I'm gonna have my crown. I'm gonna go with Last Legend. I'm gonna go with Lil Yachty. We're gonna have a toast. And I'm gonna flex in front of, Melo because he ain't shit. Let's talk about it. And that's all I gotta say. See y'all Friday. And Sami Zayn, I'm about to whoop your ass.
Well, all right. You've heard it here first from Trick Williams. Now, let's get up for a minute. Just want to discuss a few things with you guys for a second. I'm not quite comfortable in my chair right here. Hell. Well, actually, I changed my mind. I think I'm gonna be sitting right down. Well, taking a look at my notes here, let's get back to talking about Bad Blood. I believe the next match we have was a Falls Count Anywhere match that was contested for the WWE Women's Championship. Stephanie Vicaire, the defending champion, taking on Naomi, a rematch from WXR's Evolution. This one was all over the place, quite literally. I don't even think they got inside the ring. And if they did get inside the ring, it was to end the match. Chains were used, toolboxes were used. Hell, the stage itself was used as a weapon. My honest take on that match, I think that Naomi needs. Let's just go ahead and get the footage of one of the craziest things I've seen. Let's roll the clip of that stage jumping thing, because I'm still trying to process how that happened. How the hell did she get up there? Let alone how the hell did she stick that landing? Matter of fact, how the hell did Naomi kick out of that? But you know what? What matters is Stephanie Vicaire did what it took to retain the championship. In my eyes, I think Naomi needs to be out of the title picture for a minute after that one. I think it's time for some new challenges to step up. We did see some new challengers step up earlier on Monday Night Raw, but we'll get to that real soon. Speaking of championships, though, the Hardy Boys, undisputed tag team champions. I just want to give a huge congratulations to the Hardy Boys for not only winning the WWE Tag Team Championships that Monday, but immediately able to capitalize and defeat Fraxium to become the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. People argued this was your match of the night. This is tag team wrestling. I'm a huge guy when it comes to tag team wrestling. And I was very glad that we got to witness another tag team spectacle. Speaking of spectacles, I think you all know what I'm waiting to talk about, and that is the Second City Street Fight. This was another match that just went everywhere. Started outside of the ring, absolute chaos. People getting thrown into cars, people getting ran over, people fighting in the streets. I'm going to let the footage do the talking for me because there's just a lot to break down. Let's get to it. I said, let's get to it. We talking about the street fight. Y'all know what it is. Now, now we're here on the basketball court. You see John Cena, who appears to be countering the spear from Roman Reigns into an Alabama slam. I'm surprised that Roman Reigns was able to get right back up from this. Not to mention how Roman Reigns was able to show up to Monday Night Raw. But look, I think it's time that we put a closing chapter on the bad blood and we get to talking about Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was absolute anarchy. Apparently, The Undertaker is the brand new general manager of the show. I don't know what happened to Adam Pearce. Do I miss Adam Pearce? Not really. But that roster was stressing him out. But it was specifically the ending of Monday Night Raw that I want to talk about that has definitely caught me by surprise. And that is the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar making his return to WXR. The last time we saw Brock Lesnar, he faced Gunther at SummerSlam. And well, let's just say the Beast Incarnate did not come out on top. Speaking of the Beast Incarnate, we did manage to get a hold of him from New Mexico. And we're about to get him on the phone right now.
Hello.
Mr. Lesnar,
Yes,
you on the phone?
yes. Yeah. I mean, you got me in a bad time right now. I'm in my tour bus after making a statement to that bitch boy. Anyway, what do you want from
Well,
me?
well, first, here's what I want to know, Lesnar, right? What exactly is your goal now that you're back? I'm surprised you didn't go after Gunther. You went straight after Roman Reigns. Is it the title you want? Are you just trying to go after Roman Reigns?
I mean, I think the answer is obvious. I mean, he has a championship that I want, and you're right about Gunther, but I try to move on from that. I mean, so what? I lost to somebody who calls himself a career ender, but we're looking at a bigger picture here. Somebody who claims that he's the tribal chief, somebody I have personal issues with, who's holding a championship and is trying to act like the cocky tribal chief. But to me, he's just a bitch boy, like I proved tonight. I put him through a table, hit him with a few F5s, and I raised his own title in front of him. So I just want the championship so he could stop calling himself the tribal chief.
Now, do you think The Undertaker is going to grant Brock Lesnar the World Heavyweight Championship match at Night of Champions, or do you see this happening at a lot sooner date? You know we're heading to Saudi Arabia pretty soon.
I mean, why wait? I mean, are you crazy? Why wait for something like this? Why wait for something like this to see the Beast and Carnage dethrone the tribal chief that as he calls himself? And either way, he's gonna have to give it to me, or else you know how I am when it comes to
Well,
not getting what I want.
Mr. Lesnar, I just want to bring up a pretty important point. Now, early in your career, hell, even several years ago, you were viewed as one of the most intimidating superstars in the history of combat sports, not just sports
Still am.
entertainment. You claim that you still are the most intimidating presence here, but there's just some things I just want to mention that has happened this year alone at WXR. And this is not to insult you or anything like that. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I just want to make that clear. However, you had a United States Championship match against John Cena at Clash in Paris back in March. You failed to capture that. When you did come back, you did face Drew McIntyre in Atlanta, Georgia at Saturday night's main event. You, in fact, were victorious there. However, when SummerSlam came around, you had the opportunity to defeat the ring general Gunther. You came up short. Meaning, Brock Lesnar is 1-2 in big time matches in WXR. What exactly has changed? What's going to be the game plan now that you're trying to go after Roman Reigns?
Having a new motive is definitely the new game plan here. I mean, let's be honest. I wasn't really myself back then. I wasn't full time like I'm planning to be now. I wasn't in the right state. I was unfocused, but this time the Beast Incarnate is back, and I'm gonna take that title off Roman Reigns. As I said, there's nothing that will stop me, and nobody back there will be able to stop me because, like I said, I'm still the most intimidating force in WXR, and there's nothing that a person can say.
Well, Lesnar, what are you laughing for? Did I miss something? I miss a joke? Hey, did somebody say a joke back there that has the Beast Incarnate laughing? Well, speaking of jokes, I just want to mention that what are your thoughts on the current state of WXR, the next generation stepping up? Guys like Carmelo, Trick, Javon, Braun Breaker, guys like that. They're trying to make their names known here in the company, and they want what you're trying to chase after as well, which is the World Heavyweight Championship. Do you believe that guys of your status should be prioritized more than the youth in WXR?
You see, I don't really give a damn about those people trying to step up to the title picture. I mean, if they want a F5 from the Beast Incarnate, they can get one. But I think I should be prioritized the most. I mean, I don't care about no youth, the elderly. That doesn't matter to me. What matters is what I want, and that is that championship.
Well, all right, Mr. Lesnar, I do wish you luck, and whenever you do get the opportunity to challenge Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship, I believe that will be a spectacular match. Do you have any closing statements you would like to give our audience here at the seat?
Hey, Roman, I know you're watching. I know you're listening. Just know tonight I made you my bitch. So go home and just worry about next week because the beast doesn't stop here.
Beast doesn't stop here. Well, all right. Well, that's all I got for you, Mr. Lesnar. Like I said, I wish you luck. I'm going to hang up the phone. Well, now that he's off the phone, by God, if Undertaker knows what is good for him, do not give Brock Lesnar that opportunity. Do not let this happen. Don't let that happen under any circumstances. Roman Reigns has barely recovered from the street fight. I wouldn't want to imagine what would happen to him against Brock Lesnar. Speaking of the next big thing, I do have a guest who I definitely would like to try to get to speak to. He is, in fact, a member of the corporation. I couldn't manage to get him out to the studio because the final boss is very picky with who I get to speak with. However, on the phone coming up next, we have Mr. Royce Keys. See if we can get him on the phone. Mr. Keys, how you doing,
Yo, what's
sir?
up? I'm doing good, after that, bad blood match. I am a little banged up, but, it's been all right.
It's been is that your catchphrase?
You already know, man.
So let me ask you this. You made your WXR debut in the main event of SummerSlam. That's already a big deal. What were your thoughts just like going into showing up and making your presence known to WXR, joining the corporation, and better yet, when exactly did you get the call that you were signed to WXR?
See, when I get the call, I came with that notice. That's information I can't let out. But I made that debut. I had to let everybody know that a new threat has arrived. It's not no Brock Lesnar. It's not no Roman Reigns. It's Royce Keys. Now with the corporation now, the whole brand has changed. SmackDown has changed. Maybe even Raw has changed. But yeah.
You talked about your match at Bad Blood, the Second City Street fight. That was your in-ring debut, correct? So here's what I'm curious now. What exactly is next for you? Not the corporation, but you. We're yet to see you in a singles match in WXR, let alone we're yet to really see what exactly Royce Keys is capable of if he was to enter the championship picture. Do you see yourself possibly becoming a challenger for LA Knight's Intercontinental Championship in the near future?
Do I see myself as a challenger? Hell yeah, I see myself as a challenger. LA Knight, he might have beat Aleister Black couple SmackDowns ago, but a new person has arrived, a new threat, a new powerhouse, as you would say. as a rival. And if I ever get the chance against, if I get a chance to go against LA Knight, I promise you, you might have to get the stretchers, the ambulance, the medicals that because I'm going to destroy that man if I ever get a chance at that intercontinental title.
Now, don't know if you're able to answer this, but I want to try to get as much information as possible. Having the ability to be under the guidance of John Cena and The Rock is one of the biggest things someone could get. That's one of the biggest opportunities anyone could get. How exactly has that changed your perspective on WXR as a whole?
I can't say all that. I can't get that much information out there. You know this. John Cena got me. I can't say much. I can't say much.
Can't say much. Well, there is something that I definitely wanted to speak about that happened at Bad Blood. You ripping the door off of the Hell in a Cell structure. Was that easy for you?
Hell yeah, it was easy. They didn't call me Powers for a reason. I took that door hang that the little cage door off, got right at Camilla Hayes, and then that's how we got the win at Bad Blood. You know, the door it wasn't hard enough. Like you feel me? Something easy. Something I go to gym, lift up real easy. You feel me? But that door, that shit ain't nothing.
Well, I have heard that Carmelo Hayes has had a few comments about you. In fact, I'll even grab my notes because I'd like to quote this from the source. And it says that Royce Keys is merely a replacement for what I was already doing as a member of the corporation. He's just filling my shoes. What exactly do you have to say in response to that statement from the 2026 Crucible winner, Carmelo Hayes?
That man said I'm feeling his shoes. Hey, I'm not. Hold on. Feeling the shoes is crazy, Carmella. Because the last time I remember, when I got into the ring with you, you were face down on that mat. Couldn't see anything, couldn't feel anything. And let's just say, I'm trying to think something, man. But like, it's crazy how that man said I'm a replacement. I'm the better pick here. And Carmelo Hayes, you might have went to SummerSlam, blah 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 blah. But I went there and just destroyed you, man. You're not shit in this company. If
Hey,
I get
hey,
my
hey,
hand,
hey, be careful with that. Be careful with some of them words. You know, we get ads now, and we don't want to get demonetized. Keep going.
yeah, but you already know, Carmelo. If I get my hands on you, you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna
Well,
give you a call. Me and John Cena gonna let me know if I gotta execute. But that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna try to keep the show running. Feel me?
all right. Do you have any closing statement? Actually, before we get to closing statements, I do have one final question for you, which revolves around the King of the Ring tournament. Your fellow corporation member, Ricky Saints, he has an upcoming match this Friday against Damian Priest. Not to mention, you weren't selected to be put in King of the Ring. Is there anything that bothers you about the fact you weren't selected to be in the King of the Ring, or was this more so of a strategy that the corporation has put in place?
I mean, I say it's all a part of the plan. I mean, Ricky Saints is in there for a reason. He's in there win some singles titles, win some gold on this chest. So hopefully, during some matches or during this qualifying matches, like I can get the win and stuff. I feel like if he goes against Carmelo Hayes, I'll be in his corner through every one of the matches. So hopefully, he goes to this tournament and we can see King, Ricky Saints or King. You know, this King in general.
All right, man. You have any closing statements, any messages you'd like to send to our fans of the receipt and let alone WXR?
WXR, I want y'all to realize the corporation is back or finally on top. And I want everybody to watch their back because you don't know what can happen to any Pacific people. All right, man, that's all I got to say.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get you off the phone. We wish you the best of luck as a member of the corporation. We wish you luck in DXR. Man, oh man. You know what? I've been noticing we've been having a lot of over the phone things. So here's something I do want to get off my chest just a little bit. This is mainly for my fans of the receipt. We're in a remote studio. We're hidden. The reason why we are hidden is because we don't want any brawls or anything breaking out here in this very historic studio. You know, this studio located all the way in Canton, Ohio. That's also where the Hall of Fame game is. But we're not going to tell you what venue is going to be at. Well, we just know that we're somewhere around Canton, Ohio. I could be lying to you as well. We could be Philadelphia for all we know. We could also be in California. The point is, we're mobile. We go anywhere. We can do whatever we please. Now, I am proud to announce that next week we are going to be getting some more guests here in the studio. I want to try to get a word with the World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. Speaking of the bloodline, we will be trying to get a word with Solo Sikoa after his match against Sami Zayn. Another guest who I'm very excited to try to get on the show is the 2026 Crucible winner, that being Carmelo Hayes. However, I want to keep you guys tuned in because I do have an announcement to make regarding a premium live event that is coming up. That is, last time we were on the receipt, we announced that Saturday night's main event 4 for WXR was going to take place in October 17th. We have a location now. We get a drum roll, please. All right. Saturday night's main event is heading straight to Miami, Florida, the home of the Miami Heat. That's where we're going. We're heading to South Beach for Saturday night's main event. I'm very excited to see what exactly that card's going to be looking at, but that's our big announcement. I just wanted to get out there. That's all I really have to say for tonight's surprise episode of The Receipt. You know, you never know when the receipt's going to happen. It could happen tomorrow. You just never know. However, we're going to get ready to sign off right here. So I bid you all farewell. This is Grim here. We're signing off of The Receipt. Take care, everybody.